Crack open a frozen log in a Canadian forest in January, and you might find a wood frog inside. No heartbeat, no breathing, solid enough to tap like a rock. Most biologists would call that dead. But wait until spring, and that same frog will thaw out, its heart will restart on its own, and it'll hop away like nothing happened. Wood frogs aren't alone. A handful of turtles, insects, and even some snakes can survive being frozen solid, sometimes for months at a time. Which is strange, because freezing should be a death sentence for pretty much anything alive. Here's why. When water freezes inside a normal cell, it forms sharp ice crystals that expand and puncture the cell's delicate walls from the inside. It's less like the cell is chilling out, and more like it's being stabbed by hundreds of tiny knives made of its own water. That's why frostbite damages human tissue so badly. Our cells simply aren't built to survive ice forming inside them.
Freeze-tolerant animals get around this with a clever trick. They don't stop ice from forming, they just control where it forms. As temperatures drop, a wood frog's liver starts pumping out massive amounts of glucose, so much that its blood sugar can spike to levels that would send a human straight to the ER. Basically, the frog's entire emergency survival plan is to become, quite literally, sickeningly sweet. That glucose acts like a natural antifreeze, flooding into the frog's cells and lowering the temperature at which they'd freeze, while keeping the fragile insides of each cell more stable.
Meanwhile, ice is still allowed to form, just outside the cells, in the spaces between them, where it can't do any damage. Special proteins in the frog's blood actually encourage ice to form in these safe zones first, directing the danger away from anything important. As more water gets pulled out of the cells to freeze safely on the outside, the cells themselves shrink and turn almost syrupy with concentrated glucose, protected from the ice forming just beyond their walls.
The result is an animal that, by most definitions, has stopped being alive. No heartbeat, no brain activity, no breathing. Just a frog-shaped block of ice, glucose, and patience, waiting out the cold. Then spring arrives, and the same ice that should have killed this frog months ago starts quietly melting from the outside in. Blood finds its way back into vessels that were solid ice just hours earlier. The heart restarts on its own, with no CPR, no defibrillator, nothing but rising temperature and time. So, if you happen to crack open a frozen log in a Canadian forest next January, and something inside looks less like a living animal and more like a rock, don't be so sure. Give it until spring.